guys, welcome back to Let's Be Honest podcast. Joining me today is Malin and Jules, a Masc lesbian couple sharing their love online, traveling the world, and bringing the queer community together with the queer bar nights. It's called Flatmates, right?
Correct, that's right.
Period. And that's in Stockholm. Wait, yeah, Stockholm?
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, just for now, but we're hoping to expand. But we can touch on that in a bit.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, I'm super excited to have you guys on. Let's just get started. So, everyone, welcome Malin and Jules.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm happy you guys are here. So, for the people that don't know, you guys are in Tokyo right now, which the time difference is insane. So, I'm thankful that you guys are working with me on this.
Yeah, right back at you.
Yeah, and I bet you guys have had like a full day. I literally just woke up, so it's crazy. But what did you guys do today?
I started my day in the OR.
Okay.
I'm doing an exchange thing in my medical program, so I'm doing clinicals basically in Tokyo. Yeah, so I was in the OR doing surgery.
Yeah. And I've
That's
spent the day at
so
the cafe
cool.
doing some.
Yeah,
I was working on my computer
working away.
and sipping some coffee in a
I love
Tokyo
that.
cafe. It's pretty cozy.
The difference. I love
Yeah,
it.
balance. It's all about.
That's right.
Yes, all about the balance. Malin, what kind of surgeries are you doing? Like, what are you specifically like studying for?
Yeah, so right now I'm doing 4 weeks of plastic surgery, which
Ooh.
is really cool. It's mostly reconstructive, so that's really interesting. And I'm gonna do 2 weeks of anesthesiology and then 2 weeks of sports medicine, and then I'm done here in Tokyo. And then
That,
hopefully I have my MD,
yeah.
mid-January. It's
Oh my
doctor.
goodness. That's amazing. That is so cool. So when you become a doctor, are you guys still wanting to like be on social media?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break because how it works in Sweden is basically you go straight out of high school. You hate it when I call it that, but I was 19 when I started med school.
Oh
So I'm
my
24
gosh.
right now. I'll be 20, just turned 25 when I have my MD. So I feel like I have the time to take, half
Yes.
a year off to focus on our own stuff because it's been going so well with both social media and our own event, Flatmates. So we're
Hmm.
just trying to focus on that and trying to make that grow as much as possible in the near
Yeah,
future. That's the
that's
plan.
awesome. That's so cool. And
Yeah.
Jules, you're like the person on social media right now while Malin is doing her thing.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm the business side of everything right now. So I'm pretty much full time doing all the flatmate stuff and all of our social media things as of right now,
That's
and
so
that pretty
cool.
much takes all of my time because
Oh
the
yeah.
flatmates like our event coordinating and everything that
Hmm.
takes a lot of time. I think that's
Oh yeah.
most of my time goes towards the queer events that we host.
Yeah, no, and just social media within itself, like even if you guys weren't focusing on flatmates, like just posting and editing and getting your clips out, like I know editing for my podcast is insane. And like I have a full-time job as well, and I'm like this is insane. Why do I do this? But then I'm like, it's because I love it. But I'm like, fuck, like it's just so consuming, you know what I mean? But it's the dedication. It's the dedication, honestly.
It's also like a blessing getting to do this for a living for sure.
Mm,
Uh,
it's so
like somewhat for a living. It's only a small part of how
Hmm.
we make do.
yeah,
Yeah,
kind of an
totally.
accumulation.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I love that. Okay, we're gonna start with just some like little icebreakers and then we'll jump into the good stuff, okay?
Love that.
Okay, let's see. So, what is one red flag you both happily ignore about each other?
I always say that, like, okay, I don't want to sound like, I always say she has like no red flags. I've tried so hard to be like, what is negative about her? Like, she really doesn't. She's perfect, but but
That's really sweet.
to expose her just a little bit, She can be a bit of a farter.
It's true.
That's literally the only thing I can come up with. That's how, like, no red flags. Like, she doesn't have any. Like, that is the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah. I
You
tried
know
to fix
what?
it recently.
It's okay. I respect it. I mean, it happens. It's a natural thing.
Yeah,
That's
hot
what
girls
they
have
say.
stomach
Hot girls have
problems.
stomach problems. That's what they say.
That's it.
So, yes, right.
Yeah.
Basically, no.
So, Malin, what about
But
you? What's a red flag that you ignore about Jules?
I know for yourself, you would say that you talk too much, which is one of the like many things that I love about you. That it is that you talk so much, and I find it really entertaining. And because I'm a really good listener, but to like have that constant yap, just constant entertainment all the time, that's not my forte. But it absolutely is yours.
it's very
So
constant.
I know that sometimes you feel bad, like you get out of a conversation and like, oh, I talk too much, and I'm like, no, you're totally fine. That was really entertaining.
Oh,
I love it.
oh, it's the
Yeah,
balance.
but
I
I
love it.
yeah.
That's literally me and my partner. My partner's more like you, Malin. Like she's very like she'll talk, but she kind of just sits back and like, observes and just kind of like she'll talk when she needs to. And me,
Yeah.
I'm like blah, 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 like I'm just talking all the time. And Jules, I'm kind of the same way. Like after we're done socializing, I'm like, fuck, like I just talked a lot and like people were just listening and like of course they were talking back, but I was like, should I have just like shut the fuck up? You know what I mean? Like should I have just like read the room maybe? But there has to be people like us, because if there weren't people yapping, it would be so boring.
Like, if I were to have a relationship with myself, that would be boring as hell.
I love that. It's the balance, 100%. I love that. Um, okay, so if y'all's relationship was a reality TV show, what would it be and what would it like consist of? What would be like the theme? Like pretty much what would it be?
Oof. I think like we're constantly doing stuff, so I feel like one, it would just kind of be. I feel like more of like a keeping up with the Kardashians kind of vibe,
I wrote
where
that.
it's just like it's just our daily
Totally.
life because we're just doing so much all the time that
Yeah.
I think there's just constant content.
Keeping up with the
Um,
Kershaws.
keeping up are we taking my last name?
I guess so.
You heard it here
But
first.
exclusive.
I
But I
love
feel
that. I
like
think that's like perfect.
yeah, I think it would just be like a balance of the fun, adventurous side, and then also just like
Crash outs.
crash out. I mean, we don't have that many crash
No,
outs,
we don't have
alright?
crash outs. But like keeping it real and just like keeping it real with the Kershaws.
Are we coming up with a TV show name now?
No, but
I
just it'd
know.
be a mix. We'd show the parts that maybe we don't show so much. Sometimes we show on social media, but the parts
Yeah,
that are like more challenging in our lives. Yeah.
Yeah.
totally. Totally. I was also thinking like, that TV show where it's like they have to go to like different like checkpoints throughout like a city. What is it called?
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
yes,
Amazing
I was
Race.
also think yes. I don't know if that would like be a good like reality TV show for y'all. I mean, I know it's like you guys would need to come up with like a new name, but that's what I was starting to think of. I was like, huh, because I feel like y'all are always bopping around, always doing like a bunch of stuff. So like that's what I thought of.
Travel around. I'm game.
Yeah.
I'm game.
Okay, what is one thing your partner does that makes you feel instantly seen?
Going back to the talking all the time, just the fact that she likes to listen and she makes me feel heard, and she does enjoy listening, and yeah, she allows me to word vomit all the
Yeah.
time and not make me feel
Yeah.
bad about it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. For me, I feel like it's your like tiny acts of service. Like you're a very considerate person already, but then like you fill my water bottle at night and you prep coffee like
just
in
the
the
small
morning.
things.
Yeah. Just the small things. And sometimes you can come home and be like, I bragged about you today. And
I brag
that's
about you every day.
it's just so sweet.
Oh, y'all are so cute. How long have y'all been together?
Like 3.5
Yeah,
years.
three and a
Yeah.
half.
Oh, y'all are cute. I like that. The way you guys look at each other. Y'all seem like y'all like just started dating. It's like
It
the
feels like
spark.
that still.
That's cute.
Yeah, I love that. That's so cute. Okay, who's the more dramatic one when things go wrong? Like, like the main character meltdown type of level.
She's laughing because it's very clearly me. But it's mostly like I have ADHD, that comes with your issues of emotional regulation every now and then. She's like the most calm, centered, balanced person, which helps me as well. But like I have also come a long way in terms of like
You really
working on
have.
my emotional
Yeah,
regulation.
yeah.
I used to like back in the day in high school and even early college and stuff. It was a struggle and it was something I did not want to be. So I've really grown, but every now and then you slip and you kind of
Uh-huh. Hmm.
have a
Yeah.
bit of a meltdown.
But I feel like even throughout our relationship, there's like a tangible difference of how you acted then and how you act now.
Yeah,
In
but also
in
thanks to
like in
antidepressants.
but like in
The
times of
medicine's kicking in.
stress, just like self-confidence. I feel like you've grown
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
much.
that also helps very much.
Y'all are funny. Okay, I want to talk about you guys. So yeah, how did you guys meet? And was it like a slow type of burn? Like you guys like slowly got into the relationship, or was it like, let's do this like immediately?
So we met, like we said, 3.5 years ago. It was we both went to the same uni, but we would have never crossed paths if not for a surf trip that our uni organized every single year. So both of us went without knowing each other on this surf trip. I went with like a bunch of my friends. You were one of the organizers. So that's where we met. And I mean, at first glance, like when I first like saw you, I was like, damn, cool, hot, want to get to know them. Um, so that was kind of just like in my mind of just like I have to get to know this person. And
Oh.
then we ended up like second day we ended up in the same surf group, and throughout the rest of the trip, we just clicked instantly as friends. Like it would, I think none of us thought of it as going any further than that, really.
Yeah, I mean, like it wasn't like a what's it called, love at first sight
Yeah,
in terms of like romantic love at first sight, but I think it was a very deep connection at
yeah,
first sight.
for sure.
Mhm.
In the sense of like the first time we like interacted with each other, the first night or the second day or something, I just knew that this was somebody I wanted in my life in some capacity.
Yeah.
And we found out that we lived just 10 minutes from away from each other, like walking distance in Stockholm. So we are like, great, we can hang out all summer. It was in the very beginning of summer. And we did end up hanging out like every single day that summer, and things escalated.
That being said, we did sleep together on the trip
One time.
one time.
But hey,
I
it's
mean,
a surf trip and you're there to have fun.
Yeah.
exactly. You
We're
gotta test it out. I get it. I
Yeah.
respect it.
But I would
So
say
when
like
did
that kind of attraction developed quite early on.
Yeah.
Like
It still went fast. Like
yeah, it's
not to
still
say that it was like a slow, I would
no.
not characterize that as a slow burn because we're talking about
Yeah,
slow in terms of like over the course of 3 weeks as opposed to like 3 days,
gotcha.
Yeah.
which is,
Gotcha.
3 weeks in lesbian terms could be, that's a few months.
I was about to say 3 weeks is like a year in
Yeah,
lesbian terms.
Exactly.
Like
well, slow burn.
Slow. Like
y'all
really
were like the slowest lesbian couple like ever.
Yeah.
situation.
That is so funny. Okay, so you guys hung out throughout the summer. Obviously, it escalated and you guys, became, whatever. When did you guys decide like, yeah, like I want us to like be exclusive. I want to date. Like was there a conversation or was it just kind of like we like each other, like let's just date?
It's actually thanks to your grandma.
Yeah. So this is what,
Um,
like a month
it
and a
was a month,
half
yeah.
into us knowing each other.
Like literally from the day we met to a month and a half, I think had gone by. It was when we made it exclusive.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like 2 weeks after that, I said I love you for the first time. So,
Of course.
slow.
Yeah.
Super slow.
Slow.
No, but like you met my grandma for the first time, and I guess my mom had told her before, like, oh, so Malin's bringing this girl. They're like dating, So
But
the
we weren't
first, we
official.
weren't official,
I
but
met her grandma.
the first thing my grandma says is like, "Oh, so I understand you two are together," and we were just like, "Are we? What do you think?"
Kind of like, I don't know how to answer that. I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. And that prompted the conversation later that evening, for me to just be like, so when the next time somebody asks like what we are, like what should I call you? Like should I say you're my girlfriend? You know, it was very like
Yeah.
tiptoed around it because I have been in long-term relationships before, with men, boo, but she hadn't been in any relationships, and so I was really afraid. I knew that like I knew how I felt in this relationship, and I knew like I what I wanted, and I wanted to be with her. But I was
Mhm.
afraid of it going too fast, and I wanted to
Mhm.
give her the time to kind of reach that conclusion because
Mhm.
of course she would. Sorry. But
So cute.
so yeah, but you know, I can't keep my mouth shut. So I was like, so can you be my girlfriend? Basically, was
Yeah,
what
Oh.
yeah,
happened.
it was really cute. Really
Well,
cute.
Yeah.
shout out to grandma.
Yeah, shout out grandma.
Love
Shout
her.
her out. Yeah, gotta love her. That's so funny. Okay, so when did you guys come out? Obviously, like you guys are out now, like hello. When was the moment when you guys realized in like individual, you guys can tell me your individual stories. When you realized like, okay, yeah, like I'm gay, I need to come out. And let me preface, not everyone has a coming out story, so if you guys don't, that's totally fine. But if you guys do, yeah, I want to know.
I definitely do.
Okay.
And that was it was, you know, like I said, I have had previous long-term relationships with men. I actually moved to Sweden with a guy that I was dating for 4.5 years. So it was quite serious.
Mhm.
We dated for a while. People thought we were gonna get married. You know, it was a whole deal. But I was always kind of just mm, like he's nice. He's a really good guy. Like an
Yeah.
excellent, amazing person. Which was why I stayed in it for so long. And then it just a few months after moving to Sweden, I met like a friend, like I became friends with this girl who's very open about being bi and dating both men and women. And I was like, it was kind of like the first friend that I had that was bi. And it just kind of opened up this door to me, and I started realizing that I was having feelings for her. And that was the first time I'd ever had like feelings for a female friend. And so from that on, like it didn't like the moment I realized that, I was like, oh, I think I like women. That makes so much sense. It wasn't like it was something I knowingly suppressed all these
Yeah.
years, but it was like the moment I had this like realization, aha moment.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that was kind of just the final straw of like, okay, I need to end this relationship and explore my sexuality. And like, I know I will regret this if I don't do that.
Mhm.
So that was kind of what made that was tipped the scale of like I need to end this relationship, and yeah, and I explored that a little bit, and I was single for 6 months or so, uh, was on all the apps and everything, and then I met her, and the rest is
Oh,
history. So I wasn't single for that
cute.
long. That's fine for me. I was single long enough to be tired of the dating apps. I was like six
Yeah,
months was enough for me.
perfect.
That's so funny. Mullen, what about you? How did you come out?
Um, I was what, 19, scrolling on TikTok. It was 20, the year was 2020. TikTok had become a thing during lockdown. I was scrolling on TikTok and I realized my algorithm was, tailoring to my interests supposedly, and my interests seemed to be women. And I was like, interesting. But that was also like a thing. Like, I've always had the assumption made about me, just like, oh, she's obviously like queer in some capacity because I've always been very tomboy. So when I came out, it wasn't really much of a thing for my friends. I was just like, oh, I realized that I'm maybe bisexual, or
Mhm.
pansexual, whatever. And they're just like, I know.
Shocker.
Shocker. Um, and looking back at it, I think I had a major crush on my high school teacher. It was
Hot.
pretty hot. I think I was obsessed with her for sure.
So
Uh,
funny.
that was
I feel like everyone has kind of an experience like that though. Like maybe not fully like, oh my God, yeah, like I had a full on crush, but there
I
I feel like there has to be at least that one high school teacher that every student is like, huh. You know what I mean? At least, I mean, I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know. But
Uh,
that's
so I when I started dating Jules, it wasn't like it was the first girl that I dated. I had only really like made out with girls before. It wasn't really like I hadn't slept with one, whatever. Um, so when I started dating you, I wasn't necessarily afraid to tell my parents because I know that their reaction was gonna be loving and like we love you no matter what. This isn't a big deal. It's just whatever because they assumed already, kind of like they were
they already
surprised
knew before you did.
like early.
Yeah.
Um,
All you have to do is show a childhood photo of either one of us. Nobody's surprised.
yeah,
That is
exactly.
literally how my partner is. Like, it is the funniest thing. She'll be wearing like basketball shorts that are like down to her ankle and like a big like t-shirt and like her hair is like it's just I was like,
Yep.
Yeah.
how did you not know then? You know what I mean?
No, it took me 24 years to figure it out, and I look back at old photos and I'm like, what? What? Am I blind?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
No, I would just dress as Justin Bieber and that'd be it, you know? Um, but I remember calling up my mom and instead of saying like him on the phone, I said her, and she was just like, "Okay, cool." Like
Yeah.
there wasn't really that much of a reaction. I was a little more like scared or afraid, I don't know, worried about telling my dad just because he's of that generation of like it makes him a little uncomfortable, I think. Um, but he was totally fine. He's great. He loves us,
Yeah.
you know.
He loves us. Yay. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Um, Jules, yeah, how was your family when you came out?
It was the same kind of situation for me. I think we're
Okay.
both really blessed to know that like it wasn't going to be an issue. Like I
Mhm.
knew my parents would be fine with it. It yeah, and I mean me living in Sweden, my family still lives back in California, so it was a phone call for me. I think my brother was the first one I told, and the reaction I got was like, "Huh, cool." Like the most bro brother reaction
Yeah.
ever. And then like both my mom and dad were probably not very surprised. I think my mom was at work. She was like, "Okay, I gotta go now." I'm like, "All right." And my dad's like, "Yeah, I kind of guessed." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Aw,
So it was
that's
one of those things. Yeah.
that's so good because unfortunately, you know, you hear the stories of people coming out to their family and like it's just like such a like the family literally like disowns their kids and it's just like the craziest thing, especially like our parents. They are from that generation where it's like it could be either or with them, you know? It's like they've either come to their senses and they're like aware of what's going on in the world right now and they're like, okay, let's be more progressive, like let's not be a fucking idiot. But then there's the people that are still in that generation where they think it's like this crazy thing, you know? So, but I also have parents that are amazing. Like my mom had questions, you know, like of course, like she envisioned me literally being with a man when I was older, you know, like having kids and you know, just like the typical fucking marriage, you know. And so she had questions, but I was like ask me, you know, ask me all the questions. Like it's all good. Like you know, you envision this life for me and that's okay. Like I'm not upset at you for that. And so ask me questions. She didn't think I was like I could have children and I was like, "Mom, I can still have kids." Like
It's not off the table.
yeah, I'm like you can still have little grandbabies. Like and she was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Mom, you're funny. Like let's educate you a little bit." Yeah.
They just yeah,
Yeah, they're funny. Okay.
You want, you want the grandkids. 'Cause
Yeah,
kids,
yeah.
yes.
I'm like, "You want to pay for it?" I know. Honestly, it's so crazy. I just had a couple on and they were talking about how I think for one kid it was like $45,000.
Oh my God. Wow.
At least in
That's
America.
I don't
Yeah.
know how it
Yeah.
is. We have a few friends that started the process in Sweden. I
you
don't.
get 2 IVF tries for free.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Europe.
Healthcare. Europe.
So
So,
Me and my partner are gonna be moving to Sweden, so we're gonna
Yeah,
do it. We're just gonna do it.
it's a great country to have kids,
Yeah, it really
for
is.
sure.
And I hear it's very like queer friendly.
Yeah, in terms of like it feels very safe.
Yeah,
For sure.
Safe.
It was not. I wouldn't say there's so much queerness happening.
yeah, queer
Like
culture.
queer culture
Yeah.
it doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
There's definitely more queer culture in the U.S. But I think that's more out of necessity because of
Yeah.
the attempt at erasure and everything like that. But the acceptance and just like feeling safe is very nice in Sweden
Hmm.
for sure.
And that's like literally all I want. Just to feel safe, you know? Like I'm in Texas, so like it's rough,
Permanent.
but I'm in Austin. So Austin is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, yeah.
Austin is very liberal, very accepting,
Yeah,
but we're still in Texas.
I've
yeah.
heard great things about Austin. I
Yeah.
really want to visit.
You guys should. Austin is really fun.
Yeah.
Cool. I've never been to Texas
Cool.
at all. I know I said that a little bit.
Texas.
The gay bars, I will say the gay bars here, like they're fun, but like I don't know, the gay bars in other states, like California, like West Hollywood, like those are just like insane. The ones here in Austin, they're fun. They're just, I don't know. I guess I'm just like, whenever I go out, I'm someone that wants to like, I want to be able to hear what you're saying. I don't want to have to be able to be like scream in your ear for you to hear me. Like those types of clubs are fun, you know, going and dancing and it's like super fucking loud, but I don't know. So if you're into the super loud vibe and like everyone dancing, like Austin like has really good clubs for that in terms of like queer clubs, which is they're fun, but it can be a lot. Like I get very overwhelmed.
It's fun, but there's like it doesn't really like create community in that way because you're not
Yeah.
there really like making friends, or at least that's how it is in Sweden. That's why we started Flatmates because we wanted a place for people to sit down and have a drink and
Connect.
chat
Mhm.
and connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Because it's like you go to these bars and you can't even talk to people because it's so fucking loud. And it's like, what's the point? Like, I guess dancing is like the fun thing. People want to, like, you can connect with like dancing, but then it's like afterwards, you're like, I don't know who I just danced with. Like, who is this person? You know what I mean? Okay. So being a mask couple, can be like taboo in queer spaces, at least in America. Like, you know, I don't know what the fucking deal is, but it's like this taboo thing. So, how do you guys navigate that and like any criticism you guys get for both being like mask presenting people?
I feel like we've never really, at least not knowingly, been
Yeah.
like I've never experienced like taboo within the queer community
Hmm.
of being mask for mask. I think
Oh,
it's more that people just don't assume that we're together because they don't think of mask for mask as like a couple
Yeah.
or like as like that it exists because it doesn't like you don't see it that often. So I feel like often people would just assume we're friends when we go out into the club or do whatever when we're out at bars and stuff. So then, people would hit on one or either of us and I'm just like standing there and watching them hit on her and I'm just like, this is funny because I know where this is going. But it's like fun. Like we don't have any jealousy between us like at all. Like I think it's great that somebody wants to hit on her. Why wouldn't they? Look at her. So it's just like I'm just standing here and I'm like I know who she's going home with and it's not
Yeah.
you.
that's so funny. Yeah, and you know, it's interesting that you say you don't feel it in the queer community because I feel like, and I in my episodes, I used to do like hot takes at the end where like me and my guests would come prepared with a hot take. And one of my hot takes was, I'm probably gonna butcher this, but it's like the queer community wants to be so, like it's supposed to be a community where everyone accepts everyone, you know, like there's no discrimination within the community. That's how it should be. But for example, like people that are bisexual, like in the queer community, so many people think that like people that are bisexual, like they're they're overly sexual or they just want to play the field, like they just want to have options, like they're not
Yeah.
actually gay, like they just want to like fuck around with a girl and like that's why they call themselves like bisexual. And so I kind of feel like that is kind of the same thing as like mask relationships, at least from what I've seen, like from the
Yeah.
outside. Like you guys are like on the inside, so from the outside, I don't see any like hatefulness, but it is maybe taboo is not the right word. Well, maybe it is because it's like what you said, Jules. It's like they don't think you guys are together. And it's like, well, why not? Because it's taboo in their brain. It's different. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
we have had some of the most amazing reactions when we do tell people that we are together. Like if it
Yeah.
was like specifically in the US because Americans are just way more forward as opposed to Swedes. Swedes are very reserved. They hardly ever come up and talk to you like to strangers. They don't do that.
Mhm.
It's very rare. But in the US, like people are so forward and we have such great times when we go out and like when we're back in San Diego where I'm from and because people are just so kind, they'll just come up to us and just give us a compliment and I'm just like, you're so sweet, like thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, but I just remember like a few times when we were out at some events in San Diego, somebody was hitting on you and then we're like, oh, we're actually together, and then she's like, oh my god, I love that so much. And just like the most beautiful like over the top reactions because I think they were just not even expecting it
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
so thrown off guard, but like in the most positive way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's just been some of the most like hilarious and fun and lovable
Yeah.
interactions that we've had with people, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's like we haven't had within the queer community specifically like any negative reactions from people when they realize that we're together.
Yeah. I think
Um,
the only like hate or whatever quotations hate that we've got from the community is kind of like other masks or like
yeah,
people questioning that we call ourselves masks on TikTok or Instagram
yeah.
or whatever, like mask?
Where?
Where?
And I'm like, literally in front of your face. Like,
And I think it's like this mindset of like being masked means that you're also like having that toxic masculinity kind
yeah.
of thing. And that's
Hmm.
just the opposite of us.
Yeah, like just
Yeah.
because we are emotionally intelligent, we're empathetic, we're caring, like we have all these very feminine qualities
Yeah.
within like our personality and within us.
That shines through.
Yeah, that like that for to some people means we can't identify as mask.
Yeah.
And that is part of what we, try to do and try to change the way that people think about what it means to be mask presenting.
Yeah.
That it doesn't mean that you have to embrace the toxic masculinity. Why are we like taking in things from like the heteronormative part of society? Like the whole point of being gay and the whole point of queer culture is to create your own identity and your
Mhm.
own, like we don't need to run and with their rules and their weird things. Like
Yeah.
F that. I don't know what I'm saying now, but
No, sure. You
thank you.
You
I'm
did. You
rambling.
did. You made a lot of sense. That was good. As you were talking, I was like, that would be a good clip. Like, I was literally like, that could be a really good clip because you
cool.
explained that very well. You're like, yes. Um, how would you guys, I know you kind of just like described like how people, they put toxic masculinity, like what am I trying to say? Like they put those together, toxic masculinity and like presenting as masks. Like they put those together and they think y'all should be like this like honcho, big, weird fucking like asshole, I guess. I don't know. How would you
Yeah.
guys describe like being mask? Like, what is being mask to you guys? I know you said empathetic and all that stuff, but like,
I think for us, it's just strictly like how we present, how we look to the outside world. I hate that word.
World is hard.
World is hard for me.
Yeah.
The outside world.
you did great.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think as like Butch has much more to do with like how you are as a person, your personality, and how you are to others. But for us, mask is just strictly how we look.
Yeah. And this is our, and I always
Yeah.
like to preface like this is our interpretation of it. I
Yeah.
understand that everybody has their own kind of interpretation of what mask and butch and what's the difference.
Mhm.
And I like there's a much more historical significance to the term butch.
Mhm.
And I think it has a much deeper rooted identity to it. And people use the term butch for us online every now and then, and it doesn't like matter to us. Like it's just not the term that we necessarily use. It's not the one that we like are tied to the most. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
what we, relate to the most is more Masc, because to us Masc is more just surface level. It's how we present ourselves to the outside and how people view us. And then everything else internally is, like I was saying, I feel like we're very feminine within, in terms of like being empathetic and caring and emotionally available and emotionally intelligent people, which are much more feminine qualities in
Yeah.
my mind.
And I feel like
Yeah.
we're all so different, like personality-wise on the inside, that it feels weird to me to like put so many people, like if we were to put all the masks inside one box of this is how you are as a person down to your core, that's
Yeah.
weird to me.
Yeah.
We're all
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But like it
totally.
makes sense if we're like masculine presenting because yeah, like I wear traditionally boy clothes, you know?
Yeah. And we have short
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because it's so true. At least my experience, all of the mask presenting, people that I've met, um, they are very kind-hearted, they're very empathetic, they're very like just sweet and you just want to squeeze them. Like I don't know, that's just how my experience is. So it's funny that like it is this weird misconception that like if you present yourself as masculine, if you're a masculine presenting female, you have to be this like big and bad like I don't know. It is such a weird thing. Like my partner, she's mask presenting and it's funny because she has like this security job. She looks like a badass. She like has a gun. Like she's just like she looks like an asshole. You know what I mean? But she's she's the cutest, sweetest. Like, and it's
Yeah.
just so funny. So I love that you like brought that up because it's so true. And most of the mask presenting women that I've met, they're like the sweetest. Honestly, like sweeter than more of the feminine presenting women. But like I'm not keeping count. But it's just like it's just funny.
I know it's different. Like we have a friend from the UK that says like the mask culture in the UK can be really toxic and like that
Mhm.
like there's like quite a bit of mass over there that
Like
has
toxic
really
masculinity.
embodied like toxic masculinity, which is so sad.
Yeah. And that's kind of part of what we like to do online, is like just to show that being Masc doesn't mean you have to embody the toxic masculinity. Like the whole point is that there is no man, there is no male in a lesbian relationship. Like why are we
Yeah.
centering men when it
Yeah.
comes to like queerness? That's
Yeah.
the whole point, is like to get rid of that. Why we don't need to bring them into the equation. The whole
Yeah.
point is that they're not here. So let's stop doing that and let's just be ourselves and not
Mhm.
like I don't know. I sometimes see online like reactions of from other masks when, and like, so they'll get asked like, oh, would you ever be mask for mask? And some of them are so offended by that question.
Yeah, they're like
And I
grossed
don't
out.
understand, because I'm like, you're a mask yourself and you're so disgusted at the thought of being together with another mask. What does that say about how you view yourself? And it makes me kind of sad, because it's like it's no, there's something within them that is just like, okay, like how deeply do you love yourself if you are so disgusted at the thought of being with another mask?
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah,
Period.
we just try to, yeah, period. I don't know, I'll leave it at that.
You're like, I will shut the fuck up. No, you're doing
Yeah.
great. I love that. And it's so true. And when you said that, I was thinking like, well, maybe they just have their preferences. Like maybe they just, their preference just isn't mask. But when you say like, their reaction is like disgusted, like
Yeah.
yeah, that is, it's like, let's look internal. Like what's going on the inside? Because like,
One thing for sure, like I understand, like maybe
yeah,
you're just not attracted, maybe you enjoy presenting yourself as mask but you're not attracted to that. Fully
yeah,
understand, that's preference. But like being disgusted at the thought of dating another mask is, seems like a bit of an internalized homophobia at play there.
yeah.
Something that needs to get
That's
worked through.
true. That's true. I'm thinking about
Yeah.
like hetero couples and like I'm thinking about like how someone could be disgusted with thinking about like dating. Actually, I
Maybe a
don't think
woman
that's
with short hair, like a straight woman who has short hair.
yeah.
some men are disgusted at that because to them a woman with short hair isn't feminine enough or isn't
Mm.
woman-like
Yes.
enough. Yeah, it's
Yes.
just how she wants to present. Like it doesn't make her any less of a woman just because she has short hair.
Exactly.
I kind of would equate it on that level, I guess, if we're
No, yeah, and
bringing
that's
the
what I
straight.
was trying to say, but I couldn't fucking figure it out. Okay, so social media, y'all are obviously on social media. So I kind of want to start from the beginning with that. So what made you guys want to start posting online in the first place? Like, was it, intentional? Was it like, I want to, like, let's make it big. Like, let's be this, lesbian couple, or was it just like, we're really fucking cool people. Let's just post our shit and like whatever.
It definitely was not like the former.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We didn't go into it with the idea of we're gonna go big.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Okay.
both started off with our own individual accounts. I think I started posting a little before you did.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of like I think the beginning of our relationship. So as I just would post very sporadically. And I think for me it was part of my finding my mask identity and my confidence within it. I like because when we first started dating, that was like the very beginning journey of me being Masc presenting. I had just cut my hair. It was a very bad haircut, the first one I had when I met her. But I had still like started dressing more Masc and started feeling this confidence within myself that I'd never had ever before. And that led to me, just starting to post a little bit every now and then. And yeah, it just like slowly grew from that. And we both kind of started with like individual pages posting kind of Masc fashion content, which there's tons and tons and tons of Masc fashion pages that exist out there. So it
Yeah.
was like we slowly both grew, but not anything like major. It was just fun.
Mhm.
Nothing that we thought we were going to be able to do anything with
Mm-hmm.
at the time, because we knew that there was no niche that needed to be filled. Like there's so many masks already posting about fashion, and I think it was like what? No, it was a year and a half ago.
Less than. It was September of last year. August,
Really?
September,
Oh yeah,
where we
Mhm.
didn't really post much of each other. It was only like fit checks here and there,
yeah,
pretty much. But then we posted one video together of just like we just want Victoria Paris money, and it was the both of us. It was just a silly short video,
yeah,
and that got like quite a bit of views. And from then on, we started doing more like couples content or like featuring the both of us, and those videos tended to do really well. And so then
yeah.
at one point, was it September last year, we just decided to turn my account into a couple's account.
Yeah, I think at the
Yeah,
time you had like we at that time, so September last year, I had maybe like 15K on mine and you had maybe like 18.
yeah,
So just like, we had slowly built like just a small little following. And we were just enjoying that at the time. And we were like, you know what? There's this niche that we have, which is being mask for mask, that isn't filled. Like there is something that we could fill, that could be really fun
hmm,
and I think would be really needed. And so we were just like, you know what, let's do it. And so when we decided to do the couples content, the couples account, that was with the intention of like, I think this could go somewhere.
Mhm.
And yeah, and it did. And I think we went from the 18K that we had in September to by before the end of the year, I think we had reached 50.
yeah,
And then yeah, 6 months after that, we reached 100. And yeah,
yeah,
so that was just like it's been a really fun journey, and it's kind of gone its ups and like we've gotten like boosts, and then it plateaus a little bit.
hmm,
But we've just had so much fun doing it. I think like for us, it's our main focus is that we want to create very authentic, very like all of the stuff that we post is very true to us and very authentic, and we want to create a very wholesome side of the internet,
yeah,
that we just show like a love between two women, like a queer love. Like it doesn't even necessarily have to be mask for mask. It's just like
Yeah.
this is what a healthy relationship could look like,
hmm,
Mhm.
regardless of the fact that we're both mask for mask. Sometimes we focus more on the mask for mask and
yeah,
show that that's also an option.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just been like so fun, and we want it
yeah,
to continue to be fun. So it's like we don't put this pressure on ourselves to like it's not like a job. It doesn't feel like a job for us. It just we do it because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And we'll keep doing it as long as it's enjoyable. And I think it's like the big thing for us.
Yeah.
Totally.
Longevity.
Yeah.
Longevity. Were you guys ever hesitant to start that like relation or that what is it called? Like you guys made like a couple's Instagram account, whatever, like both of y'all. Were y'all ever hesitant to make that just because like social media can be just fucking evil and like you people are just mean. Like I don't know, me for example, like I've thought about like me and my partner doing something like that. Because like we're a cute couple. Like we're really cute. So I was like and we're funny. So I'm like
Preach.
maybe we should do something. But then I think about it and I'm like social media can be so fucking mean and so I get hesitant, which I know I shouldn't. I should just fucking do it because why the fuck do I care? I'm just a sensitive little person. But do you guys just yeah, did y'all ever get like nervous or were y'all like, ooh, like we need to like just make sure we stay strong in this? Like were there any boundaries? I know I just asked you like 4 questions. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I think they all kind of are
Yeah.
very tied into each other. But I think I don't really think we had any hesitations necessarily in terms of like we know there's like this not the stigma. There's like people say, "Oh, creating a couple's account is the worst thing you could do. It's so dangerous. Like you never know what's gonna happen and blah blah blah." And yes, I don't think a couple's account is for every couple. It does take like a specific kind of balance and relationship and
Yeah.
everything. But we have always been very stable and very like we're each other's rocks.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we're so comfortable within this relationship and we are very, very communicative with one another. That if there's something the other person doesn't enjoy, or if they don't want to film something, or if there's an idea they don't like, or they don't like not comfortable with, then it's a no. Like
Yeah.
there's we respect one another's boundaries, without question. Like it's yeah. I don't know if you
Yeah.
have anything to add to that.
No, I don't like we've grown so much as a couple and individually since we first met and like just our self-confidence has just grown so much that I've always been very confident in throughout my whole life, but so like anytime because I would get shit in like kindergarten for like looking the way I do and like, oh, are you a boy or a girl? Whatever. I've dealt with that my whole life. So some troll on the internet that writes something mean in our comment section, I'm like, okay, bro,
Yeah.
you do you.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care for the trolls. Like the
Yeah.
trolls they don't do anything like
No.
because I just
Yeah.
know that it's coming from a place of discomfort on their part or like they're
Yeah.
just not
They have their
confident
own
and they're
issues.
insecure
Yeah, I
and
feel
they're
sorry
yeah.
for them.
I
I'm like,
yeah, me too.
okay, is this how you spend your life?
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like it's I just know that people who go online with the sole purpose of trying to put others down, it's because they feel so bad about themselves that they need to put others down in order for themselves to feel better.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't take those things to heart. It doesn't really affect us. It's more of
Sometimes
like
it's actually really funny.
it is actually
I'm like,
sometimes they'll be
that's
like, read this
clever.
comment. This is so
Great
funny.
comment.
Yeah.
Great hate comment. Love that.
Honestly, like they're pretty
Yeah.
clever sometimes with
Yeah.
it. I was like, that was a good one.
That's
But I don't
so
think it was
funny.
like it was never a hesitation for us. Like yeah, I think the one conversation we had was okay, whose account were we converting into a couple's account? That
Yeah.
was the conversation. It was just and it was at the time her account was pushing better with the algorithm. Like her videos were doing better, so we're just like, okay, let's convert your account.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was honestly the only hesitation. It was
Yeah.
just okay, whose account are we taking over?
Yeah.
Sounds
And
pretty
mine has
easy.
just went dormant since basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
okay. I love it. So
Yes,
it seems
you
like
use
it's
your old account to send videos. Like, oh, look what I just sent Jules.
Yeah, that's what we use it for. Because we can't send each other videos anymore because we
Yeah.
have the same account, and so we send it to my old account so that we can like send each other videos.
so maybe you guys have already said this, but so I was doing research obviously on you guys, and you guys do have your own individual Instagram. So are those not active?
No,
Yeah, they are.
it's weird that we were specifically referring to TikTok right now. When
Okay.
it came to the couple account, yeah. Our Instagram is a little different story, I guess, because we that is a bit different because I have my whole family, my whole like your high school friends and
Yeah.
everybody who
Yeah.
followed me on my individual one, and you have the same. So we still have our individual ones. You're maybe a little more active than I am
Yeah, and we
on mine
created the Malin and Jules Instagram just because of the TikTok ban
in
that
the
was
U.S.
happening in the
Yeah.
US earlier in the year.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that was luckily for that because that was the reason we started our joint TikTok, and that has gone, or sorry, our joint Instagram, and that has also done pretty well for itself.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that
Yeah.
we did that.
Same.
Well, it's
Yeah.
good. It seems like
So,
it's been pretty smooth for you guys, but what would you say is like the hardest part about being on social media?
wow,
That
what did I have?
constant, I feel like,
Like, let me look at my
searching.
notes real quick.
It's just like a
I don't remember.
constant, like you kind of every now and then get stuck in like, oh, this video didn't do well. Like I spent so much time on this video, didn't even do well. Like, that constant look for gratification, I guess,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on videos, which you kind of have to like take a step back and be like, it's not that serious.
Hmm.
I think that's what's so nice that we have each other is that it's when one of us is like kind of like, oh, it sucks that this video is like the algorithm is pushing it, even though I worked so hard on editing it,
Yeah,
and we're just like, you know what, it's okay, it is what it
Yeah.
is, it's fine,
yeah,
it's not the end of the world. We enjoyed making this video, we feel proud about this video, we'll keep it up, who cares that it
Mhm.
got so many views,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a nice thing to be able to like balance one another in that capacity.
Yeah.
And then like other than that, the more we've grown, the more we've been like now we're more recognizable, I guess, like in around town sometimes, especially like in our hometown. And obviously like that comes with its own thing of just like you can't really ever just let go, like you have to always kind of have the idea of like there might be somebody watching,
Mhm.
not that we're ever doing anything like bad or necessarily, but it's just like I think it's more of just like you can have resting bitch face and some people might
Yeah.
Yeah.
interpret it as you being
Yeah.
pissed off at the world or whatever,
Hmm.
and so it's kind of just being more aware of how you look to everybody
Yeah.
else, so
And
it's like
especially
constantly having a smile
if we
and
go to like other queer events, like not flatmates, if we go to some other queer event, we're like, okay, look happy, look happy, look happy,
yeah.
because we are having a good time, but we might just be tired because we went to all the events.
Yep.
And we don't want people to get the wrong idea of like, oh, they came to this other person's queer event because we have our own and they
Hmm.
were having a bad time, and that's not true. But like
Yeah.
Yeah.
people like to form their own opinions
Totally.
based on things. That's kind of like the only downside, but it's really not a down. Like it's a give and take, and
Mhm.
we have had so many wonderful interactions with people, both in real life and online because of our social media, that
Mhm.
it's so worth the very few downsides that
Yeah.
do come with it.
Yeah.
So would you say like because we just talked about the downsides of it, but the rewarding sides of it now. So what would you say is the most rewarding? Would it be the connections that you make with people? Would it be being able to travel? Like what would you guys say is the most rewarding about being on social media?
I mean, those two definitely good
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Yeah, but like being able to connect, like create our own queer community a little bit, and just connecting with followers from all over the world and getting to meet some in real life, like just literally first day we were out in Tokyo at the queer bar and somebody recognized us, and
yeah.
I'm like, that's
It's mind
insane. We're
blowing.
in
That's
Tokyo and somebody recognizes us, and like,
that's
oh, we're such a
amazing.
huge
It's been
it's
such a
so crazy.
rewarding, and just like we get like a lot, quite a few DMs from people around the world of just showing their appreciation for the things that we put online,
Mhm.
and we have a huge younger queer audience, and it's so beautiful to kind of read. It's both heartwarming and sad because some people are writing from places where it's illegal to be queer,
Mhm.
and they can't be queer out in public, and they can't live how we are living. But to be able to show them what hopefully their future could look like, to help
Mm-hmm.
maybe give them some hope and show them that it's worth pushing through, and hoping that in the future you'll be able to find a place that you can live yourself authentically, unapologetically. And just the messages we get from people have been just incredible, and
Yeah.
make it all worth it. Like, I think that's definitely number one.
Yeah.
Of just, it's been so rewarding to just know that we've helped make a little bit of a difference in some people's
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah, for sure.
And then also the opportunity to travel. Like right now, if I didn't have social media and everything in Flatmates, I wouldn't be able to be living in Tokyo for 2.5 months and working from
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, or it would be very difficult to have a
Yeah.
job that would allow me to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that has also, and just like obviously the other opportunities that come with it, with social
Yeah.
media, and just the, fun little perks of going to
Yeah.
fun little events and meeting cool people and
Yeah.
everything like that has
Yeah.
been really
Honestly,
fun.
like we've met our closest like friend group, we met through social media, like in the past like year and a half.
Our best friends, Alicia, Nana, shout out. We
Shout
met
out.
Through
them
TikTok.
yeah.
Oh.
We just another Masc. Alicia has another Masc posting fashion, and we just
Okay.
started like hyping one another up in the comment section. She also lives in Sweden in a different city, and you just start becoming like mutuals and start hyping each other up in the comment section. And then we found each other in this. We found her. We were in Gothenburg, in her hometown, and we were just like, hey, let's meet up. And then now
The rest
we're
is history.
best friends. So it's
Oh.
been really amazing. Like most of our queer friends we've met through social media,
Or flatmates.
or flatmates.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I love that.
two things that we do on our own.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
travel is like it at least it looks like a big thing for you guys. It looks like you guys are always traveling. Or you guys just love it. Either one. So when did you guys start wanting to like focus on travel content?
I think it's so funny that you say that, because I
Yeah.
don't think it has ever been a conscious choice to do travel content. I think it's just that we post more lifestyle stuff, and
Yeah.
we do love to travel. It just
Yeah.
happens that we have traveled quite, we've been so lucky enough to travel quite a lot,
Mhm.
and especially the last 2 years. And so that has just come with, posting about it, because hey, if we're going to travel, we're going to do it. And I think one of our first vlogs that we posted was when we traveled, like a travel vlog going back to San Diego about a year and a half ago.
Mhm.
And that did surprisingly well. And I was like, oh, people like our vlogs. Okay, like let's keep doing that. So that is just kind of, it's just kind of been just like everything else, a snowball effect of just, posting one thing, realizing that people like it, and then just kind of continuing with it.
Yeah.
And we just really do love to travel. And
Yeah.
so we just
Yeah.
make videos about it as well.
Yeah, but a lot of our travels in the last year has been like we've been going back to San Diego, that's your hometown. We went to London for
Pride.
Pride.
Yeah.
We went to Copenhagen for Pride.
Yeah. A lot of it is also work related.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's but definitely something that I've loved. Like in the past 3.5 years now that we've been together, we've traveled a lot. And
Yeah.
it's been I always thought that like throughout med school I wouldn't be able to do that. But then now in the last 3.5 years, I've traveled more than I have in my entire life, which
Yeah.
it's a blessing.
I think it also speaks to how I don't thrive so much in Sweden. I wish I did, because it's an amazing country to live in, but I'm very, very Southern California, born and raised. I love the sun, I love the beach, I love to surf, and that can be a little difficult to come by, especially in the winter months.
Mhm.
And so being able to escape the winter as much as I can, has allowed me to get through like living in
Yeah.
Sweden. So that has also like been a big reason as to why we try to travel as much as we can. And obviously like we go back to San Diego as much as we can, and it's not like we have huge expenses because we get to live with my family. So it's
Yeah.
like we travel because we have certain opportunities as well that allow us to do it in a budget friendly way.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah,
yeah.
that's nice. That's nice. And it's, that's like the big perk about being on social media is you can do it from like anywhere. You know what I mean? Like that's like It's such a cool thing. I love it. I was gonna ask you guys a question. What was it? Oh yeah, you said you love the sun, you love the beach. Have you guys ever been to Australia?
No, I would love
No.
to. I would love to.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
same.
I would be kind of scared to surf there because there are a scary amount of shark attacks that happen in Australia. So
Yep.
I don't know. I would have to do a little research of where's like the least amount of shark attacks, but I feel like I read about shark attacks way too often
Yeah.
for me to feel comfortable. I don't know. We'll
That's
see.
true.
But eventually.
Sorry.
But
Malin, I'm
we actually just
sorry. You look so sleepy.
here.
I
But it's
know.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Locked in.
Yeah. Well, we did just actually surf yesterday here in Japan for the first time. And I am still running on a high because I hadn't surfed since January,
Mm-hmm.
when we were in San
Oh,
Diego last. And it was also my birthday yesterday, and so it was my birthday present to myself was I went out to the little surf town that's about an hour and a half out from Tokyo, and there was surf, and it was the most beautiful sunset. Mount Fuji appeared. It was
Yeah.
the most surreal day yesterday. I can't even believe it still that it happened.
Yeah.
I honestly could not have asked for a better day. Yesterday was just
oh,
unreal. And yeah, so I got to surf, you got to surf, you
Yeah.
came and joined me after hospital work.
That's right.
So yeah, it was incredible. And now we can check Japan off, a whole new
Mhm.
continent
Bam.
of
Surf there.
surf to there. Yeah, so that's fun.
that's so cool. It's funny. I grew up in California as well. I grew up in like the Riverside area, so like kind of inland. But it's not too far from San Diego. It's probably like an hour and then like probably like 30 minutes to like Carlsbad or whatever if I'm doing the math right. But I never surfed while I was there. And like I don't know why I never did because well, it's because I played soccer. So I was focused on that. But we would always be at the beach doing like soccer tournaments or just going to the beach just in general. And I always just get pissed off at myself for it. I'm like, why didn't I surf while I was there? Like, and now I'm in Texas where the only beach is like Galveston and the water looks like brown and it's just like there's no point. You know what I mean? But I've always wanted to surf. I hear it's really fun. I also hear it's really fucking hard though.
It's definitely hard to get into, or like it takes a lot of consistency and it takes a
Mhm.
Yeah.
lot of time to like get decent.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
then once you're decent, then you have it's an upward.
Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so what has been y'all's favorite trip so far? Like all the trips you've taken, what's the your favorite?
So hard. Um, but I think, I mean, we've only been here for a week, but I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be the number one spot
Oh.
like it's been so crazy to be here. It's such a different. I've never been in anywhere in Asia. So this has been just like a whole new world for myself. And also just like a whole new challenge. To, be in a whole new country with a very different alphabet, a very different language.
Yeah.
Um, it's challenging, but in like a great way, and in a way that I think I needed kind of to just kind of change things up.
Mhm.
And it's just been so much fun, and the culture here is incredible. The people are so amazing and so kind, and the fashion and the vintage and the thrifting the stuff here is incredible,
Mhm.
and just I get so inspired by people's fashion. People are so cool here. Like I'm so blown away. I'm like, damn, am I even cool anymore? Like what? Like people are so swaggy. Like even
Yeah.
the old dudes and even the old ladies, they're all so cool. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, damn, goals.
Yeah, I know.
So it's been really cool. And then,
Yeah.
surfing yesterday has really just pushed it
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah. No, I agree. I always enjoy going back to San Diego. Uh yeah, it's weird. Like growing up in Sweden, California was always this like
Yeah.
this thing, like the California dream.
Yeah.
And the fact that I met you and that you're from fucking San
The
Diego
best
and I
place.
get to go there like once every year and spend time there and surf and get better at surfing. The people, like we have our queer community there as well. And the fact that I know the language is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Um
It's a very different thing when we travel back to San Diego, because that is more home. It's like
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is.
So it's like it doesn't really necessarily feel like traveling when we
Yeah.
go back to San Diego, because it's just like we have our community there, we have our
Yeah.
friends, we have our
Yeah.
family, like we have it's a home for us.
Yeah.
So but it's always, we make a conscious effort to go back as often
Yeah,
as we can.
I love it so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
San
You
Diego
know,
is amazing.
It
yeah.
really, really is. I'm just like, damn, you could have met somebody who's from like bumfuck nowhere, US,
Yeah, I know,
like
I know.
middle of nowhere, Illinois
I
or
know.
something, and
And this is so great. This is so great. I'm so happy.
Malin's like, I
Sometimes.
am just so thankful, and I'm also just really fucking tired.
It's such a weird. No, it's so cool. I just the lighting in California, like I just can't get over the light in California. It's just it looks like you have a gorgeous filter on every
Yeah.
single day,
Yeah.
and it's warm, and it's sunny, and
It's
it's
just amazing. And it's like you have everything there. San Diego, oh my God. My dad was stationed in San Diego for the military, and we were always down in San Diego. And it's just amazing. Like it's amazing. Like LA is where you go to where you want to like always be doing something. Like if you want to always be on your feet, always just like whatever shopping, doing all that stuff. San Diego, you can do the same thing, but it's more of like let's relax. You know, I feel like that's like the big difference. And San Diego's so much more beautiful.
me as a person.
Like
I
we,
am
yeah.
a very laid back, relaxed person,
Hmm.
and San Diego just gets it.
Would y'all
I
ever
always,
move there?
I not
Can
right
we
now,
move San Diego
out
out
of
of
the
the
US.
US?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
But
right now.
it's definitely like in the cards depending on the
Yeah.
direction of the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
But that's the only place I think I'd ever live in the US. Like I don't see myself moving back for any other reason except to go
Yeah.
to San Diego.
Long term. Yeah.
But I always
Yeah.
describe her as like having the soul of somebody who should have been born in San Diego or some sort of like surf town,
Uh-huh.
surf country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just your soul is not Sweden coded or like Stockholm. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It yells for beach bum.
Yeah.
And we do like to, like I said before, like we're always constantly doing stuff, but not in a way that we're always on our feet. Like when we're in
Yeah.
San Diego, we're always doing stuff, but it's like surfing and it's chilling and it's, you know, grabbing a beer and hanging out with friends and
Being outside.
being outside in
Yeah.
general, I think is kind of what we always want to do. And that could just be like we always call it like dadding it up back in San Diego. Like we go surf and then we'll grab our lawn chairs, stick them in the driveway, grab a cold beer and just sit in our driveway in our lawn chairs just drinking a beer, and it's like the best.
That is so nice.
Just
Do your
add
parents
more.
live close to the beach?
My mom lives quite close to the beach. Both my parents do, but I stay with my mom when I go back.
Okay, gotcha.
You're getting me into a rabbit hole of like I'm just gonna go off.
No,
I don't need everybody else to move to San Diego. San Diego sucks.
No, yeah,
Don't
don't
move.
move there. Don't move there. Yeah. Wait, first, sorry, real quick. Have y'all ever had Wahoo tacos?
Yeah, I have.
Wow.
I never took you to Wahoo's, but I there's better tacos.
I was just about to say there's better tacos, but I grew up eating Wahoo tacos just because like I was all like I don't know, but every time I go back to LA, is there one in San Diego? I just know the one that's in
there's quite a few.
Huntington. Okay. They're
quite a
good. They're good, but yeah, San Diego is just known for their tacos. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Okay, so Flatmates. I want to talk about that real quick. So you guys created Flatmates. It's like a lesbian bar night. Is it at the same bar every time, or do you guys kind of like bop around?
So our regular schedule is every other Wednesday at the same bar.
Okay.
And we've been doing that since March, and we took a break during the summer to do a little pride tour. So we went to different cities, little pops up here and there, and those were more like club events.
Okay.
So they were bigger, they were more party, and we actually had like in Stockholm for Pride, we had like one event that was like 400 or 500 people, and then the second event was 1,000 people, and we sold out the place,
The
which
whole
was
club.
crazy.
That doesn't
That's
happen there.
Yeah,
They were
amazing.
like, we don't sell out
yeah,
tickets, and that was our first ever summer. I mean, we've only been doing Flatmates since basically March. Like,
yeah.
That's
I think
amazing.
people forget when we tell people that it hasn't even been a year of Flatmates.
Mm-hmm.
They are just like, what? Like, I thought you guys have been around for years. Like,
Yeah.
no, like
No.
we're still so new at this.
Yeah.
We always say it's just the gay audacity. Like, we just went for it, and we had a concept, and I think we went in with the right intentions of like, we want to create something positive. We wanted to create an opportunity for people to create their own queer community, and like the first and foremost is putting the community first. And I think that has like been a huge reason as to why it's done so well.
Yeah.
And also because there was no concept like it that existed in Stockholm. There's queer clubs and lesbian club events that happen every so often. They're not like as regular. It's maybe like 4 or 5 times a year. But there was nothing where it was kind of more laid back and with the opportunity to come alone and to meet new people. Because you don't really go to a club event with no like on your own if you're
Yeah.
trying to make friends. It's a very difficult barrier to
Yeah.
cross.
Yeah.
But we wanted to create, like, we realized how important having our queer community that we've built through social media, how important that our friends are to us. And we realized not everybody has that ability to or desire to post on social media and meet people that way. That where are they going to go and meet them? Like, there are no queer spaces for you to meet people in Stockholm. And so that was kind of the reason, the influence behind it. But it was also inspired by our friend Jordan, who created Out and About, which I'm sure
Oh,
you've heard about.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because now they've expanded all over the US. But
Hmm.
we went to Out and About in the very beginning stages
Yeah.
when it was a bit more bar night vibes.
Hmm.
And that was very much a big influence on our creation of Flatmates.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
Gotcha.
after like a time spent in San Diego where we were going to Out and About events and had such a good time that we came back to Stockholm and we're just like, we need to do this.
Yeah.
And so we played around with some names and sat on it for a summer and started reaching out to other venues and stuff with this concept that we had, and we just got totally ghosted. Nobody responded to us. So the biggest barrier we had was finding a place that would host us because we
Yeah.
had no budgets. We were both students basically, or I had just graduated, so I was unemployed. And I was like, we don't have money to rent a venue.
I don't know.
We just
And we
want,
didn't want to charge for
yeah,
the first event because that felt like counterproductive
yeah.
to what we were trying to create. Is just like for a place for people to meet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we started in a tiny, tiny little wine bar, like, and it was tiny. And we packed the shit out of that wine bar. So many lesbians, queer women,
Aw.
non-binary people, trans people, they all showed up. To the point that the bar down the street became like Flatmates 2.0 because not everybody could fit into ours. So they
Oh
took
my God.
over another bar because they could not, you couldn't even like, you could barely open the door.
That's
So it was
crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
And that allowed us to kind of, that gave us like evidence to show that this is something needed. Like the queer community wants and desperately needs a space to meet and hang out. And that since then has just like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
And are
Yeah.
you guys at the events every single time, or is there
I mean,
somebody
not
else
right
helping
now.
you guys?
No.
So up until now, we've
Yeah.
basically been at every single event. It's our baby. We care so deeply about Flatmates, and we want it to continue to do so well. And we want people to just have a great time. Like anytime we've had some feedback, we take it so deeply to heart that like we care so much about what we put into it and what people get out of it. But yeah, throughout this experience, we've relied a lot on volunteers in the beginning who were also very passionate about our concept,
Mhm.
and they were willing to help. And that was really, really amazing. I love the queer community. I love queer women. I love everybody. They're just so willing to help,
Yeah.
and for a good cause. And so
Yeah.
now we have a friend that we've met through Out and About who loves
flatmates.
Sorry. Now we have a friend that we met through flatmates that is taking over like responsibility during the actual physical event, but everything else, all the marketing and everything, all the bookings and everything, I can handle from here.
Yeah.
We just need somebody responsible on location during the event.
Yeah.
So we have that now, and our first event since leaving for Tokyo is tomorrow. So
Oh,
that'll be exciting to see how that goes.
yeah,
It's a little
that'll be.
nervous because it'll be 2 a.m. here when the event starts. So it's going to be difficult because we can't really like, how's it going kind of
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll go great.
So are you guys wanting flatmates to specifically just stay in Stockholm, or are y'all thinking about branching it out?
Our whole like the summer tour that we did throughout Sweden, like
Mhm.
and Copenhagen, I guess, was with the intention of like starting to, tease this idea of like branching out.
Yeah.
Because we've realized how important our event has been to so many people in Stockholm. The amount of people that have come up to us and just like, I had zero queer friends. I did not know a single queer person in my life before flatmates, and now I have an entire group of people that I love and trust and have a whole queer community. And it's just like it's so moving. It makes me so happy to hear. There's people who've met and like are dating now,
Oh,
roommates and have met each other through our events. Like just incredible, beautiful stories that we're just so like we get so moved every single time. So it's like it's so important, and it's too important to not expand.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we definitely want to take it outside and start within the Nordics. So maybe like right, our ideas are Helsinki, Gothenburg, Malmo. I said that very English. Malmo, Copenhagen, Oslo, kind of deal.
Yeah.
So just the Nordic region is the idea to start with.
Yeah.
And then see where it goes from there.
Well, that's
Basically.
exciting. Would y'all ever come to America?
For sure. I mean, we're coming
Yeah.
to we're going to New York in end of Feb or middle to end of February, early
Mhm.
March. And we're playing with the idea of trying to do a flatmates event there. That could be really fun.
Mhm.
So, heard it here
Super fun.
first.
Yeah, I will be
So hit
there.
us
I
up.
will literally fly out there to be there.
And then from there, we're
Great.
going to San Diego because we haven't been to San Diego
Yeah.
then we would have been, it had gone over a year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so we might try to do something while we're in San Diego as well,
Mhm.
just because it's fun.
Yeah.
You
But I
should.
don't
San
think like
Diego
I
is
think it's
so
more,
queer.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the US events will be more of just like these pop-up one-off events.
Yeah.
Our
Just
focus just to do it because it's
Spread the
fun.
word.
But our
And
focus right now
yeah.
is to expand and branch out these regular happening events
Yeah.
within the Nordic countries.
Yeah.
And then I mean,
then
we
the
even
rest of
have so
Europe.
much interest from other European countries. We get people from Barcelona, different like Portugal,
Berlin,
Amsterdam, like quite a lot of people that have been like, bring this to this city or whatever.
Bangkok.
Bangkok. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy places. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll try to get
Amazing.
one going here in Tokyo. I don't know.
Who
Bring it
knows?
Who
to
knows?
Austin. You'll have a good turnout
Yeah.
in Austin. I know you're like Texas, like I'm scared. Austin, you're safe, I promised. Austin has a very big queer community, and so I feel like it would be y'all would
Cool.
it would do really well here. And honestly, like we have these queer events here and there, but there's not like one specific one that like everyone goes to. It's just kind of like there's not really one. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, so that could be an option, maybe.
We'll keep that in
Yes, keep it
Also,
in
like
mind.
I always like to explain the name of flatmates because
Yes.
it has more significance in Swedish. It's extra fun in Swedish.
Okay.
But because the term like flat, so if you add an A to it, flata in Swedish is basically the equivalent to dyke. So it used to be flata was a derogatory term to describe a lesbian.
Okay.
And so we kind of put a play on words there by it's like flatmates. So it's kind of like dyke mates.
Yeah.
and the idea of, you know, historically lesbians or queer relationships have always been described as being roommates, being flatmates, through history, as opposed to being, you know, in a relationship. So that's kind of the fun, you know, little tidbit, Easter egg of our name for the
Wow,
Swedes.
that's like super creative. How long did it take you guys to like think of this?
It was like we were road tripping all over yeah.
Europe, or that
No,
was,
yeah, we were traveling all over
that was
Europe.
like Portugal.
Portugal and whatever. And we just had this idea of our event and we were trying to like
Brainstorm names.
brainstorm names.
I wish we still had the list of names
No,
that we
I
were
think
like
I
going
do,
through.
because we also
did
had
you?
like Lesbos outside of Lesbo. Like
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
really
bad.
bad. Like LOL or something
Like
like
it would be like LOL, but
yeah, lol.
But it's like we like put the list away for a while, and then we revisited it, and like the only one that was just, you know, clear as day was
Yeah, it's
flatmates. And we're like,
flatmates.
this is perfect.
Yeah.
What are we waiting
It's
on?
cute.
And then she
Yeah.
drew up the logo, and it was like our first,
It was my first attempt at a logo.
never
Turned
done
out-
graphic design before.
Never done graphic design. Turned out great, and I was like, all right, I guess this is our logo.
And that's our logo now. Yeah.
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 Malin's
Everything
like,
we've-
I am trying to be a doctor, but I'll try to do this logo thing.
I love a challenge.
Like we do, I think people don't realize that like we've done everything, the two of us, like all the we both have medical backgrounds. I also have medical background, and none of us have any marketing, any business, any graphic design, any social media, like literally nothing. It's all been done off of pure gay audacity.
Yeah.
And just the willpower to do something good, I guess.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's just been really fun, and I've been loving. I've never been in a very creative field. I've always been in a like medical field. So it's just been such a rewarding thing to kind of learn how to be creative, and
Yeah.
to really love the creative aspect of it, and to kind of find that within myself, because I never would have described myself as a creative person before, before social media and before this. But now I'm just like, I love being a creative. I love, you know, identifying as like a creative. And it's just been so fun to kind of find that within myself throughout this journey.
Totally. I love that. Okay, amazing. I didn't know if Malin was gonna say anything. Malin's just like, yes.
I'm just agreeing.
Yeah.
I'm the listener.
She's always been a creative, so she already knew that about herself. She's always been
Jules
great.
Jules is like, I'll speak for you, honey. Y'all are
She's
funny.
literally everything she like tries something for the
Alright.
first time, and
And
then she's just like
Relax.
fantastic at it. It's
I love
actually
that.
sometimes aggravating.
That is her red flag.
She's too good at everything. That's her red flag. Yeah.
There you go.
I know. I know. I'm gonna
Malin's
stop.
like, I'm done. I'm done with this episode. Can we just stop?
No.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so what's next for the both of y'all? Do y'all have any fun upcoming projects? Are y'all traveling? I mean, I know you said y'all are going to New York and San Diego, so that's really fun. But anything fun coming up?
In January, I'll be graduating. That's a huge thing.
Ooh.
And we'll have a big party to celebrate, which is going to be really fun. And then we basically have a very intense month when we get back from Tokyo. Me getting my MD, and then us doing like a bunch of events. We're trying to start another branch of flatmates in another city. Helsinki
So
might be upcoming January. Heard it
keep
here
an eye out.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're trying to have another big club event in February, and then we're off to New York, and then after that, San Diego.
So also in New York, we're going to New York on just a whim. And it's with the idea that New York, there's so many opportunities, there's so many things happening there. We've both been to New York City once before when we were like both 15.
Yeah.
So there's a whole new side of New York to experience, a whole different like queer side to do. So for us, it's like we're going there with the intention of hopefully kind of doing something more with our social media.
Okay.
So anyone listening who's in New York wants to do something, work together, hit us up. We are
That's right.
open for literally everything. Yeah, no
Amazing.
ideas about ideas. Hit us up.
Amazing.
But
That's
yeah, we're
fun.
open
Those
to
are
it
like
all.
the best trips. Like you don't know what y'all are gonna do. You just know y'all are gonna just fucking explore and shit's gonna happen. You
Exactly.
know, like
Yeah,
I love
Exactly.
it.
we just manifest everything, and it's
Yeah.
turned out so far so good.
Yeah.
There you
And
go. There
maybe,
you go.
I don't know, it's in Europe?
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
I feel like you guys have so many things that y'all can do, and so
Hmm.
there's so many opportunities for y'all. So I feel like y'all will find something to get into, and so that's
Yeah,
exciting. And I bet New
I
York is going to be amazing because there are so many
so
opportunities in
excited.
New York. How long are y'all going to be
yeah.
there for?
It's undecided. We're gonna be there from mid-February and probably until early, maybe like the first week of March, or
Mhm.
so. But it just depends if there's some really cool opportunity that pops up. Like we can
Mm.
kind of stay for however long we want. But the idea is then we'd go to San Diego after that,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
we would be desperate to leave New York because it's gonna be cold at the time.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
want to get to San Diego, but we also want to kind of do some work while we're in New York.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It just depends on whatever opportunities come.
Totally.
So yeah,
Totally.
yeah.
Y'all should do like, do y'all like coffee? This is so random, but do y'all like
Love
coffee?
coffee. Love
Y'all should
coffee.
do
I'm
like the best. Mullen's like, I need some now. Y'all should do like the best coffee shops like in New York or something. Like y'all should just like try a
That'd
bunch
be
of coffee
fun.
shops and do like a little vlog on
I've
it or
tried to do that
something.
here in Tokyo, but they've been a flop.
Really?
Yeah, I tried doing like a because I work at a new cafe every day, because there's so many cool cafes, and they're
Yeah.
like those videos be flopping, but it's okay.
Oh.
I have fun
Oh,
making it. It
so
doesn't
the
matter.
coffee isn't flopping, it's just the
No,
videos.
no. The videos are flopping, but it's
Okay.
okay. I'm still enjoying making them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just
That's
like,
okay, well,
yeah,
that's it, guys. That's the end of it. Thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate you guys. Again, I know the time difference is literally insane, so I appreciate you guys for coming on. And if you guys want, you guys can let people know where to find you guys so they can look you up and follow y'all. So,
First of all, thank you for having us. You've been a great host. Loved being on here. And also thank you for getting up so early.
yeah,
But yeah, find us on TikTok. We're at Malin and Jules.
and
And
Instagram and
Instagram
YouTube.
and YouTube. At Malin and Jules. Everywhere, pretty much.
Really,
easy.
really simple, I
Yeah.
Yeah.
think.
Yeah. As long
Yeah.
as you can spell Malin
Yeah, there you
and
go.
Jules.
And Jules. I think
There
that
you
one's
go.
pretty.
And again, if you guys are ever in Austin, like I know that's probably not on y'all's list because there's so many other beautiful places to go, but let me know and I'll show you guys around.
Yes, I'd love to come to Austin.
Yeah, we have actually a few friends that live in Austin, so like it's not
Oh.
unreasonable.
And now we have you, Kinley.
Hey, we got a second bedroom. I can make my little studio a place for y'all to crash if y'all are okay with a futon.
We love to travel.
This is how we budget travel. We make friends everywhere that we can stay with.
So, for my listeners, I post every Wednesday. Amazing. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. And yeah. Okay, bye guys.
Oh, bye.
Bye.